Hi, let's talk about course navigation in Canvas. So when you are in your Canvas course, you click on modules, and from the modules page, you can see everything for your course for that semester. One module is open at a time, and you can access anything in that module in any order you want. Now, ideally, you work from the beginning because it's in that order for a reason, and you go through the lesson, then you go to an assignment. You go through a lesson, then you go through an assignment. So just like in a face-to-face class, there is instruction, there are notes, there are essential questions, there are videos to watch, there are things to take note of and vocabulary that you want to review. You want to interact with all of the tabs. And then from the top here, that's where you navigate through the different pages. In this lesson, you can see there are 8 pages, and you can use the drop down to go to a page, or you can use the arrows at the top to go to the next page. There'll also be videos, questions that you're asked throughout the lesson that you want to ask yourself and answer, and then expand to see if you got it right, and then places where you can apply and get more additional practice and review. Most important is to be sure you're going through the lesson. Once you're done with a lesson, then at the bottom you can click next, and that takes you to an assignment. Now, our assignments are either practice, where you have 3 attempts, and it will tell you before you open the quiz how many attempts you have and what the time limit is. So in this case, there's no time limit and there are 3 attempts. But if it's a quiz or a mid-module check, you'll see a time limit of 30 minutes and 2 attempts. If it's a module exam, you'll have very specific directions before each assessment. It tells you you cannot minimize your browser. You cannot move around to other parts of the course during the test. You can't leave the testing browser. You can't enter the test and then come back later because it's timed. So as soon as you open a test and you take the quiz, if it's timed, then that time starts counting down. So you can see here, this is an exam or a test, part 1, and it has a time limit. So as soon as I press that take the quiz button, that timer will start. And whether I answer the questions or not, it will submit, and that does count as your first attempt. So you want to start only when you're ready to do that test. So from your modules page, that's where you access everything in your course, and it gives you the requirement for that. So for a lesson, the requirement is to view it. Lessons have a little external link symbol beside them. For some assessments, you have to score a 70 or above. So we see here, once we score a 70, that's how we'll get that green check mark. For some assessments, you just have to submit it to get the green check mark. But be careful, before you get past the course check-in, which is in the middle of your course, after your module with your second DBA, you have to be able to have a passing grade on everything. So just even if it's submit only, if you score less than 70, you still want to address that and go back and learn from your mistakes and resubmit and work with your teacher to do that. So that's how you're going to navigate through your online course. And you're going to complete everything in one module, get a green check mark, and once you're done with that module, then the next module will open for you.